Oh, hey, chat. Oh, my lights aren't on. That's why I look so spooky. Hey, chat. I'm here, and the lights are on now.
Unspooky.
Happy Thursday.
Hooray.
It's not giving me optimism that Twitch is saying I have 88 viewers and our shared viewers is 56. Can you guys stop having negative viewers, please?
No.
No.
We're just trying to make you look cooler.
It's working?
Yep.
All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. This is a joint stream like we have been doing on Thursdays for a couple months now. Between myself and the crew at Real Good AI, and also Eric is here, and he was a special guest previously, but also he's Mandy's brother, and he just wanted to play games.
And to volunteer for Real Good.
Yeah. I'll sign your sheet. Volunteer hours.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, chat, I'm really excited because I was able to get Bob to agree to play Overcooked again.
That's not really what happened, but
Yeah, what leverage did
Well,
you
I
have
told
to use to get that to happen?
that
she said yesterday, by the way, we're playing Overcooked tomorrow, and then we didn't talk about it.
You know,
I
it's
mean,
my
that's how you
favorite
operate
game,
like a
chat.
boss, yeah.
But listen, chat, Craig has never played Overcooked before, so we're going to learn together.
He don't even know.
I'm back, baby.
I have seen and heard you all play Overcooked, so I'm excited to be a part of the experience.
We're just gonna like make some, whatever.
Yeah.
What do we make in this game? Food, sushi, or whatever. I forget.
Yeah,
Pizza?
we should start at the beginning so Craig can
You
get
make
like
fires.
acclimated and we're not like all flying from the ceiling.
All right, I'm gonna turn randomizer on, and then
Yeah,
Yep.
clearly.
Perfect.
I'm gonna take. I have 3 full slots. I guess I'm gonna take slot 3, and we're gonna start over.
So just because everyone's gonna ask chat, Bob is the fancy unicorn.
Yep.
Craig
Craig is the turtle.
is the turtle. I'm the octopus, and Eric's the gold.
I'm the guy.
Yeah.
The prospector.
The only human.
Ew, human.
Oh, I didn't know this is a real story.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's a
impressive.
real deep plot, so pay attention.
Yep. Okay.
Or
Oh, Kevin.
Perfect.
also, while this is going on, we are Real Good AI, which is a 501c3 non-profit, and we use education research in AI in order to support other non-profits doing what they're doing with AI and data science. So if you have any questions about AI, if you work in a nonprofit, we'd love to talk to you. Feel free to email us after this at contact@realgoodai.org. That is our email by which we can always answer your questions. But we're here just to talk about AI and answer your questions. And talk about what we're doing, I guess, if we want to.
And cook sushis.
Yeah.
And burritos, that's one.
Oh, that's fun. Oh, I like that it's the unbread.
Mm-hmm. It's clever.
Yeah, I've never played the second one, and I've played the first one minimal amounts, so this will be.
Yeah,
Was
you
there-
won't be seeing these guys again until the very end.
Okay, was
And
there
then you're
zombie
like, oh
bread? in
yeah,
the
that's
first
the
one?
plot. No.
Oh, got it.
All right.
Really? We're gonna start by slapping the thing we don't need in my face?
Yes.
So
I'm sorry, is that not what the
the
point
whole
of this game is?
the whole shtick here, Craig,
Toss.
is ingredients need to be generally prepped before they can be like used.
Okay.
So like you need to like chop the veggies, you need to like chop whatever, and then this is obviously just a salad, so like this doesn't need to be cooked. But the
I need a lettuce.
stuff will need to be cooked and then combined
And then,
while
so
it's
the
cooking
things
or
up
whatever.
in the top left are the serving things, and they're in order of how we serve them unless they die, and then it gets complicated in what order you should be serving them. What else? And we'll have to do like dishes later,
Okay.
Yeah. And then things will be on
and the
fire
recipes
later.
clearly get like more complicated.
But I can only cut the stuff that someone hands me.
Yeah, so that part of the game is there are going to be different ways that we're like stuck in separate areas or unable to do specific things, or like that's part of the game is figuring out how the heck you're supposed to do something when you like can't physically reach whatever thing you need or things like that.
Eric,
There's also dashing and yeeting.
yeah, and so you can throw with X, and
I really need. Oh, never mind.
and
Got
you
it.
can swear with Y.
Oh, there's a button for that?
This is how you
I
swear.
really need this tomato.
Very important information.
I really
yeah.
need this tomato.
Okay.
Done.
You didn't
Really?
put on. And also, if you've never played this game, it's a very good game.
How did I get stuck in the corner?
Oh, that's bad.
Why am I wiggling back and forth forever? What?
I don't know. You're unbred.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Bark.
Shami Unicorn, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Bobbleheads.
Don't be a hero, Kevin.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and be chill also, but I do tend to make death threats when we play this game.
He does. He doesn't
Yeah.
mean it. If he says anything about you or your family, he doesn't mean it.
Probably.
That's fair. Yeah, no, it happens. We're good.
And we all like to try and pet Kevin.
You have to do a certain.
Well, at once upon a time, there used to be a thing. Oh, someone talked to the man.
Oh no, did I do it? I talked to the guy.
Once upon a time, you used to be able to like launch yourself off this chair and get caught between the footstool and the couch and be
And
like,
you were like
"Whoa,"
falling, and
between.
it looked like you were petting him. So
Yeah, they
Yeah.
like patched the thing so you can't do it anymore. They patched out the only thing I liked about this game.
it's probably true. Okay, and I'm always the one who loses patience first and leaves the room.
It's called having fun, Mandy. Look into
I'm like,
it.
let's play. Love this game, love this game.
So this is the overworld. I don't know why the pictures are blood. I guess it's a red onion. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that's true.
I always thought it was really weird that the picture
So
is
this
like
one's easy.
a drop
We're just
of blood.
doing sushi. You just chop it.
It's just a choppy, yeah.
It's a
Choppy and
sashimi,
put on
I
plate.
guess. There's not even rice. It's not sushi. I said the wrong thing.
Uh-oh. Did our stream together break?
It would never do that. Did it do it?
No, it seems
Don't
fine.
think so.
Maybe. Just not showing me our like combined.
Chat says it's
viewership.
still shared.
Good. Good.
It did it to me. Yeah, that did it last week.
All right. So
yeah,
also
it like goes back and forth. Oh, that's.
we don't want to serve anything right now. Don't serve anything in the
I mean-
window. That's
If we
that's
have to
already
metagame it,
plated.
We can't even.
I mean,
get
just
a
like get ahead for a
start.
sec. We don't have to.
They're yelling at us in the cars. Sorry, sir. Wait.
Where am I supposed to grab from? 'Cause I am grabbing the stuff you are already.
So there are boxes. You see this box?
These boxes.
There's
That's
a
where
box
the
here with a
XP.
picture of fish on it, and then there's a box over here with a picture of shrimp on it.
Okay.
Shrimpies.
All right,
And
I'm
then
gonna start.
I don't know
I'm
why
gonna start
there's-
serving.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we might have overcooked.
So
We win.
this is where the plates respawn here. It's next to like the service window.
Oh, because I'm just putting food on the counter, which is against code. Got it.
I
I
mean,
mean,
you can
There's
fully
a lot
just
of
throw
breaking
things on the
code
floor.
here.
Yeah,
you
we
can
store
serve
things on the
that have
floor
been on the
sometimes. It happens.
floor. Particularly pizzas get stored on
Parkour.
the floor a lot. I don't know
true.
why.
Worked in a
Here's the thing.
pizza place before. Yeah.
Just saying, if you've ordered from Jets anytime in the late 2000s or early 2010s, you might have had a little Bob floor pizza special.
I mean, that was when it was like the crunchiest and the best. So shout out to Jets Pizza.
Ooh, I still like Jets pizza.
I know, I do too. I get sick every time I eat it, but it's worth it.
Is that not an everywhere thing? Is it a only around here thing?
It's like a regional
think-
thing.
Chad,
They
do you
have it in Nashville.
Jets? Oh, they do?
Yeah. Right by the Parthenon.
What's your favorite pizza place, Eric?
Jets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We get a lot of them bougie pizzas here. There is a place in Nashville called Emmy Squared that's supposed to be like Jets, but it's bougie and fancy, and it's not any better, so I just go to Jets.
We don't have a. All right, you do have to watch the orders.
Oh.
The,
Yeah, okay.
There are the one on the farthest left corner is generally first, but also
Okay.
it doesn't really matter. But if
Well,
there
it does,
isn't
though,
an
if you're
order
trying
for
to
something, yeah, well,
If
we're
you're
not trying to
max min
min-max.
I know, we're clearly not right now, but like you get it ruins your streak is the problem if you don't do them in
'Cause-
the right order.
But
Alright,
if
watch
there
how
isn't
many
an order
points
for
we have.
something,
And watch how much the 3-star is when we finish this.
Yeah, well it's 400.
I
Listen.
think we win.
the global record
Three
is
of us.
4,000. Okay, so we have a long way to go.
Yeah. Well, we should have had more floor sushi. The one that the thing that limits here is the plate respawn.
Yeah.
Oh, and everyone has to click it every single time to go out. It's annoying, but yay!
And there's these gosh darn ramps that I can never figure out.
DARPA DARP.
There is no specific topic today, but if you have any questions in chat you want to talk about with the Real Good AI team, we'd love to answer any questions or talk about any thoughts you have.
We have
spent
people
my
here who
morning
know a
training
lot
in
about
AI.
AI. Ooh.
What kind of AI, bud?
It was the one that I started to talk about, but kind of failed at during the World of Warcraft stream. But it's trying to predict some biological events based off of the protein that you put into it. It uses graph neural networks, transformers, the whole big modern deal, but it kind of falls into a lot of classical problems that training AIs usually fall into, like the labels are super unbalanced, meaning there's a lot of examples of kind of thing you're trying to classify, and I'm lagging like hell, holy hell. And not a lot of examples of another, so you have to take that into account. Or the problem that the labeling is kind of messy because it's done by wet lab experiments, so
Well-
there may be stuff that actually truthfully is one label that is not labeled that way. Stuff like that just kind of
Really annoying.
makes it a difficult task. So despite the fact that it's noisy daisy data, you have to take that into account and try and do the best you can.
Do you try and clean each thing, or are you just like winging it or excluding stuff?
Well, we don't really have a clear criterion to clean things up by. Meaning, like, it's not, you can't just like look at it and say like, ah, that's misannotated, because it's kind of abstract because it's all biology. So it seems like the field accepted way to do it, and it's awful, is, oh, just train it and it'll figure out the noise.
Sure.
So
Yeah, neural networks don't overfit or anything.
yeah, if you just get a good enough neural network, it will learn to ignore the noise and learn the general underlying trend. And if it's
That's pretty
overfitting,
crazy.
you're bad at your job, I guess.
Sounds like a you problem.
So tell me about your architecture and how you pick your neural networks, right? Because like theoretically there's infinite like designs one could choose. Do you just like pick a popular design, or do you do like an optimization? How do you do that in your thing? I'm
Well, so
sorry
that's-
that this is a way over mathematical question.
Welcome
Yeah, this is where
life, chat.
the complexity of the design. This is where the research comes in, right? Is that you've got a specific scientific problem that you want to solve, and so you want to design your architecture around what you know about the science. So the protein itself can be expressed in like a lot of different ways. You can express it like by its sequence, which is its amino acid sequence, which is the building blocks you stack together to actually make the protein. But you can also classify it by its three-dimensional shape. And the two are heavily related to each other. And in fact, the latest Nobel Prize is about using AI to uncover that relationship. But
Can you cue this?
yeah, I kind of got put in the heaviest position when I'm trying to explain science.
What should I throw and where? I showed up, you're all throwing rice, and I'm just like walking around being a turtle. How can
We
I
we
care of
need
the dishes,
cucumbers
you-
over here.
Yeah, cucumbers, which are on
We
the
got
far right, and
one
then take care of the
cucumber.
rice pots. Make sure that they don't overboil.
Where's the
So how,
knife?
do I have to cut the
cucumbers go left.
cucumbers? Got it. Okay, got it.
The cut.
We could
Alright.
use a plate too.
I have a
We're
plate.
gonna-
I'm just
we don't
trying to
have a
find
lot.
a scrimp.
Scrimpies.
Yeah, so basically the architecture that I chose kind of takes both the shape and the sequence into account. That there's transformer layers, which are sequency. Those
Have
are
a cuke. Take my cuke.
sort of built around understanding
Can you cook more
sentences
rice,
and
Greg?
natural language.
I'll do it.
Right
And
here,
that's
Bob.
the same kind of data structure that an amino acid sequence is. And for the shape part, I have a graph neural network where the graph is that every node of the graph is an amino acid, and then the edges between them are based on the geometry. So like the edges are annotated by distance or by the angle of the position of the two relative
Turtle!
to each other.
Whoops.
It's okay.
Was that not a
Maybe.
shrimp
No.
plate? Was I supposed to put something else on the shrimp plate?
No,
No,
you served the
it-
thing.
it
you
was
just
just
served
out
it
of order.
Oh,
It's totally fine.
whoops. Okay.
Sorry, Eric.
Sorry, Eric.
Yeah.
So basically, he's saying like it's a mixture of the structure of it, but also you try and optimize it.
Yeah. That you sort of have to think about, okay, what architecture best fits the problem I'm trying to solve, rather than just, ooh, I want to throw the new hotness at it. Can we use transformers, LLMs to solve this problem? Can we just shove it into ChatGPT and see if it solves it? No, that's not the efficient way to do it.
I wish it could do that.
Because some people, I actually have tried that just as a sanity check in the past, to be like, if I ask ChatGPT, how does it do? It doesn't do it. It hallucinates completely.
That's good. Well, not good, I guess, but
yeah,
that checks out. Yeah, well, so I mean, just chat to give a little context here. Like the way that neural networks work is like, think about a brain, right? You have a bunch of neurons, and each neuron is like either activated or not. There's very complex structures in there, and they like interact in complex ways. That's what a neural network is meant to design, but it does it with math. And so the idea is that you can have any structure of these neurons. It's not like you're loading it into a brain that already has a structure of neurons. It's a new structure that you're building. And picking that structure tends to be more of an art than a science, because it, like Eric was talking about, it's a mixture of how hard, like what the structure of the problem actually is, but also you know, what are physical limitations of your computer, but also, you know, which ones just like work best. And it's kind of like a dark art in some ways, because like ones that look very close sometimes fit and perform relatively differently. Sometimes even if you have the exact same structure, if you start it multiple times, you get a totally different answer. So these are the sort of things that people are talking about when they talk about neural networks being a dark, like a black box, that we don't know how these complex neural structures work.
Can I have a fish? Oh, you got choppies over there. Okay.
Chippy choppies.
So the steamy baskets, you need to put fish goes in by itself, but beef goes in with a flour. And the steamy baskets.
Yeah, but it has to get mixed first. It has to get mixed.
Oh, that's right.
You can grab it from there. Okay.
And we chop the fish up before we throw
you
it
double
in the
ship.
thing.
You double did the fish. We only need one fish.
It's fine. We'll need another fish.
No, he put 2 fish in one basket.
Well.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah. Now
It's
there's
okay.
more fish. Look, well, there's
We're
some on
okay.
the floor.
This is
too.
ready
We're
to
doing good.
steam.
More
Got
fish seems like good. You're getting double fish.
Can I have a
need some
flour?
Flour.
Yeah. Do I throw it to you? Is that what
Yeah,
I do?
just
guys
chuck
are
it
kind of
over.
ahead of us.
Hold X and just aim it, and you'll just chuck it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh, fuck me.
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean
Eric,
to curse.
you're good.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm lighting someone on fire over here.
Are we
I
on fire?
ruined
Are we on
everything.
fire? Is it time for cursing?
We're not cursing.
I'm-
We're cooking. Cooking.
I wanted to put
You guys are
a fish
serving,
on a
by
plate,
the way.
and I know.
Oh,
You guys
no.
have. You guys
I
have
wanted to
like
put a
the
fish on a
hard.
You
plate.
guys have the hard side,
I
and me and
picked
Bob
up
are like sitting
raw
over here
beef.
chilling.
I literally am just spinning in circles, hoping that no one notices. So let's. What should
Craig,
I do?
Okay.
It would be good, Craig, if
Cook
you kept
this.
putting
Yeah.
flour down here.
Okay.
Like in
Got
these
it.
in these bottom 2 spots. If you just put flour, we can always use that.
Okay.
So that's really helpful.
Here's dirties.
And also the dishes. Actually, we do the dishes. Yeah, if you could just
Yeah,
put
give
those
us
in the
the
middle,
dishes.
we have to do that.
Oh, do I
You
throw
can't
it to
throw
you?
dishes. You have to set
Wow.
dishes down.
I get that makes sense actually. Okay. Oh, yep. I'll get flour. Look at this.
Okay, here's
There we
plate.
go. There we go.
Here's the plate.
Now we're cooking.
Boo.
Here's a biff ready to stim if we need it.
I'm very good at hitting the
now we
OK
need
button.
double buff. I mean, that's basically what I do whenever I'm mentally idling.
Yeah, getting the dishes to the middle is another good thing to do, Craig.
Yep,
Killing it right now.
On dishes.
Killing it right now.
I'm trying.
Killing it in the good way.
Good.
And
That's
we need
ideal.
another
Get some more
fish choppy.
fish to choppies. Yeah.
Yeah,
Think,
we got the choppies.
Just
We got
eat
the
'em.
fish.
Oh, you got them too.
They've been fishing. Craig.
Okay,
Just hucks a fish in Eric's face. Take that.
It was
Sometimes
team
you
building.
deserve
We
it.
are team building is what I was going for.
So just to continue on the conversation that we were having before, there are some models that aren't like that, right? So we can pick structures and assume like statistical structures of things, and those are like sort of the difference between like, come on, okay,
Sorry.
machine learning and statistics. Where machine learning, you don't know the structure, you're kind of learning that neural structure, and in statistics, you have some picture of like the structure of how it should be. Like, for example, you might know that the weight of a car goes up as the. Are we just giving up or something?
I mean, there's nothing we can do currently.
Okay. Like the weight of a car goes up with the size, like the size of the car, right? And so that could be a linear relationship. You can plot them. You could verify that it's a linear relationship, and then you can assume that it's a linear relationship, and therefore that's your stats type model. Machine learning models are what we call data-driven, where you just use the data to try and tell you what the heck structure you should be assuming, and they're a lot more flexible, but they're also have these downfalls where they can have some problems, and you have to be really careful about the data. Contrary to what Eric was saying earlier, I would advocate your data needs to be cleaner so that you're able to actually get a reasonable solution.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the lifeblood of these LLMs, right? Is that they just shove literally everything in the kitchen sink into these giant models and say, wow, look, it learned. And then they're now discovering that if they just do a little bit of data curation, it actually does a lot better. Turns out,
I would wonder what an LLM would do if it was like only trained on like actual good literature instead of the internet.
Oh yeah, that's the problem, is that someone has to make that data set, and that's a hard human problem. I think what they're hoping to do is to create a messy model which will then down the line be able to annotate the stuff automatically for them, so that then they can construct these cleaner data sets by the big messy LLM. But of course, a human annotation would probably be better. It's just a matter of who's gonna search through every textbook and be like, yup, this is good and relevant to what we want to train it on.
Why don't they do it like the Galaxy Zoo, where it's like
Crowdsource
like crowdsourcing, that's the word, where people get to participate in the science and they like use enough annotations to.
I mean, I think that's what things like CAPTCHA are trying to do, right?
Excuse me.
That they always say, like, oh, when you do a CAPTCHA, you're feeding neural networks with your training data. That's sort of the citizen science aspect of what you're talking about is implemented in that way. At least I think that's true. That may just be an urban myth. I don't know for certain.
Okay, so I need fishies. Next is cucumbers. Okie dokie.
I got fish and cucumber, but I don't see where you're plating. Okay, you're the octopus, right, Mandy?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Bleh. I don't know. Do octopuses say bleh?
Are you a vampire octopus?
Maybe.
This octopus can sound like that.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
You're
that's Bluey. The octopus episode, they're like fighting about what an octopus can do, and then they just agree that that's what they should say. For those of you that don't have kids and don't have all the Bluey episodes memorized by heart.
For those of you that haven't had to watch that episode hundreds of times at this point.
That's a pretty good one. I'm just saying, as far as episodes go, like.
Yeah, there are like way worse episodes that.
Oh no!
I think I've even seen that episode at this point.
It was one of James' favorite for a while. Hold on, I need to get this in. Oh man.
We aired.
Yeah.
What should I do at this exact moment?
I don't know. I mean, whatever your heart desires, Craig.
Food. We're making.
You can
food.
trade me. My position so far has been just to take a dirty, clean a dirty, and put it over there. That's pretty simple.
I can do that. Here's a whole table full of rice.
Sure.
Just wanted to sound like I was contributing in some way.
Stop putting things in my hands. There's a plate of food.
Oh, I could. Do I put out a fire? Is this the thing I can really do?
Nothing's on fire because we're.
That's the center. That's ornamental.
Come on, pick it up.
Okay.
This fish is not chopped. Where is chopped fish? There we go.
Oh.
I also need chopped fish. Oh, this doesn't have rice. What?
Sounds like a you problem.
We still 3-starred.
Yes.
Thank you for carrying me through Overcooked 2. I appreciate the hard carry on this.
Hey, I like seeing that turtle. You're very cute.
It's a fun turtle. It's a good turtle.
Yeah.
I was sort of lost in that level. Did you guys talk about Lynn's with questions?
Lynn's with what?
Question in chat. I don't even understand what this question means.
Is that a question?
Lynn's with person in chat asked a big long question. I'm not sure.
That sounds like they're sort of just like giving an example to confirm their understanding. Oh, trying to understand neural network versus stats.
Yeah, so the neural network approach is kind of to like throw stuff in and hope it gives you stuff out without having to specify the structure. But the thing about what you're saying there is talk about like projections, and neither model do like very well in projections, like extrapolation. The type of model you would want to do ideally if you were going to do a projection would be like a physics-based model where you have some like underlying understanding of the problem that would like allow you to extrapolate guess in other regions, right? So like maybe the relationship is linear in the parts that you've done data analysis on, but also maybe there's a bunch like it changes at a point where you're not measuring it anymore. And you wouldn't know that, like something big shifts in the world, etc., etc. You wouldn't know these things unless you fit the data in that amount of time. And so the point being, extrapolation is not very good. You can't actually assume that that model is going to continue forward in areas where you've never seen. What they are good at is a task called interpolation. So like I have data for 2010 and 2012, but I lost the data for 2011. I could probably do some interpolation to get a better estimate of that one. That would be a safer thing to do. That makes sense.
But I will say forecasting like that is exactly what a neural network is doing. Transformer specifically, like LLMs are doing.
Yes,
right?
But it's a dangerous thing, which is a thing that people don't know that doesn't realize that they're doing.
Yeah.
That the models have no safety in, and that's another reason why these models are
well, it's because we don't know how to control their forecasting, because there's no basis of the problem in the construction of the architecture. It's just, hey, we found this fancy new math thing that can take a sequence. Are these not cooked? I thought they were cooked. That can take a sequence of something and predict what comes next. Let's use that for all knowledge ever. No, don't do that. We have too many pastas. This one's going to hell.
Hey, don't get rid of my pastas.
We need counter space.
You need counter space. Put the pasta on the floor. Oh,
Correct. I do need
Naked pasta.
counter space.
I wanted the Naked pasta. I'm sorry.
I have somehow thrown the tomato into the trash can 3 times in a row instead of actually putting it on the counter. I see why you love this game, Bob. It's very fun the way
it's good and it works and does not at all make you want to die inside sometimes. I'm surprised at how calm I'm staying right now.
I'm trying.
Everything is fine.
Because on more than one occasion,
we're talking about science at the same time. It makes it
fine.
Fun.
I don't know anything about science.
You know some stuff about science.
I know a pretty minimal amount about science. All right.
You can fall off the balloon, just so you know.
Yes,
you can indeed.
Yep.
That is true facts.
I did not know that. I learned something.
The best way to end
I
any
think
round.
that's the ball game, everybody. Get out of here, pasta. You go to hell and you die.
Oh, I didn't get it fast enough.
I'm not being quiet because I'm angry, chat. I'm trying to let the scientists talk about science. There would be no science if I was just screaming like an a-hole the whole
Bob,
time.
tell us about science.
I don't know about science. Very little.
Fine, I'm gonna go to my thinking dome.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's Futurama. I was trying to make a smooth transition, but you don't have to call it out.
Thought you were just gonna like leave.
Nope.
Oh, I put my controller down. Yikes. Oh, back to salads. We can do salads, right?
This is the one that
Oh
crashes.
yeah, you think it's
So just don't...
spoilers.
Is that spoilers? I thought there
yeah.
was a time-limited thing on spoilers.
Oh, hey, Craig, there's fires on this one.
Oh,
but there's no...
There's no thing.
There's no fire
I'm not even
extinguishers,
right.
though, actually, though, so...
Yeah, you just get...
Interesting
you just
fun
get
fact
screwed.
about that.
I like that they show you the fire extinguishers before this so that you know that one day you can put that out. But that right now it's just to make it scarier.
Just set it, leave it, set it. All right.
I'm trying to. This balloon is not built for 4 people.
How's many is it built for, Eric?
Like a half.
Oops.
Oi!
I made a mistake. No one
Oh,
yell
cool.
at me.
This is all right.
Are you enjoying our impending doom, Craig? Is that what you're
Yeah.
commenting on?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Where
coming.
am I?
Oh,
At
hey,
least
that's
it's
an
vegan.
interesting that there's fire in everywhere. Yep, there's a plate. I was doing that, but okay.
None so far, Crip. Thank you for asking. Bob has been very well behaved.
Preserve it, Craig.
I'm trying. Everything's on fire.
Oh, we need one of everything. Go away, tomato. I did not invite you to this party.
Oh, cucumber.
Yeah, well, people keep leaving stuff on the cutting boards. Oh no.
Ah!
All
I was still
right.
holding the plate even. Grip strength of the gods.
Where? Oh, that's right. It's the
Where's
stupid
the- it's
conveyor
serving up
belts.
there, okay.
Now we gotta
Please, fire,
grab
let me
stuff
through.
off of the conveyor belts to serve stuff.
Yeah, but we gotta finish the salads first.
Oh, joy of joys. All right. You go back to the conveyor belt.
Okay. I see this is where it becomes a whole new game. Alright.
Indeed.
Oh!
Where are
I'm lagging like hell. I can't take care of that.
cucumbers? Wait, am I... What happened?
I don't know
where
where
are
the
cucumbers?
are.
They're here.
Oh, under the
they're
nori
covered up
sign.
by the nori picture. Got it.
Was there a fish on the flame? It's, just
It's
on
cooking.
The stove. It's sushi.
Serve the let.
Sushi?
Serve
This
the
is
let.
about Sushi.
Well, because
And
what
we need
happens is
tomato.
you're supposed to hit X to cut the food, but you're supposed to put A to put the food on the table first, and I just somehow only hit X and just throw the
Yeeted.
food across
Yep.
the entire thing. So
That does happen. Oh, all
I'm just
right.
gonna do the dishes. I don't know.
Nothing.
Who is crying?
Yeah,
Why
that's
are
a
you
good.
crying?
That's a good task to do.
It's
We
good.
always
It's
need
fine.
a dish boy.
We're fine. Oh, dish boy.
Can you eat me a rice?
I will do the dishes.
Thank you.
That's nori. Where is cucumber? All right, there we go. Yep. Bob is having trouble processing. Yep, that's the floor. There
Yep.
we go.
Oh, that's not in the pot.
We did it? I mean, we got a lot of points.
We did do it.
3
Hey,
stars.
look at that. We absolutely hit it out of the
We
park.
almost doubled it. Wait, we did double it. I have
Oh
a PhD.
no, James was very concerned about the balloon falling down. Oh my god!
Jeez,
Oh, no.
what the- Andy?
Hello?
I'm okay. Sorry. I knocked my microphone off my desk. It's not going for some reason.
What is happening?
I don't understand.
Could have been worried about mom falling down.
I'm not falling, just the microphone is falling. Sorry, everyone. See, Overcooked is objectively the most fun game. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's science. We proved it.
I feel like as a scientist, you shouldn't be allowed to say things like that. Has this always been here?
As a scientist, it's my hypothesis. There, now it's safe.
There you go.
Or, it's basic. We speculate that this is the best game ever.
What about
James says, "Fall
scientifically
down, Mama
speaking?
sad." Bark. Bark. Pet him.
I found the fart corner.
This is my fart corner. I'm farting on Mandy.
Rude. I don't want to be in your fart corner. I'll be in my own corner. My corner will be fine.
Where is Mandy's fart corner? Oh, not this one. Ew.
This is a good one.
This is a good one. If you haven't learned how to yeet, this is the
You're
one.
going to.
I think luckily Craig was saying basically all he does is yeet, which is going to work really well for this.
That should
But
be
you
pretty
have
good.
to aim the yeets.
And I have to actually know what we're supposed to get. Oh, I'm just the cook guy? Okay, I could do this.
You
Yeah.
guys
We
guys
just
Just
do
kidding, I
a
threw it
choppy
off the boat. Damn it.
You do a
Alright.
choppy and then you send them back.
Okay. All right, I like this. It's just I have one thing to do. I can do this.
Yeah, you got like a pretty chill roll on this one, being on that side of the world. There are way worse things. We got taters cooking over here, or what?
I was about to. I just was
Staring off into the abyss.
Got
I
it.
get that.
Sometimes you gotta. I was reading the thing, but
Whoops.
I have so many chickens in my life. We need chicken and potatoes. Why are yeah? Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, there we go.
So,
oh, I wasn't cooking again.
oh cool, I can cut stuff. Since I don't have much to do on this side, I can at least start up some of the conversation of the last like week or two and what we've been doing. I threw the meat off the boat. Look,
It's fine. It's fine.
Are you gonna cook chicken?
I don't know. Are
No,
you gonna cook potatoes?
I just pulled it out. It's in the hand in my hand. Okay, sorry, Craig. Go ahead.
Oh no, you're good.
Cool.
Sorry, I like lost my train of thought as soon as I threw the stuff overboard. But no, last week we did the interview with Everyone AI, which was awesome. We got to have a few meetings at PAX, which
I
is
thought
a
you were
big
gonna take
gaming
my
expo.
chicken. Are we not doing this? You're standing over here with a plate, and then you left. Sorry.
There's lots of chicken
Who
on
are
the
you
floor over
yelling
there.
at?
You.
I was waiting.
You were waiting by my chicken.
Because it couldn't be me.
You were like waiting to take the chicken, and then you just left, and I was holding something, and the chicken was burning. You burned my chicken.
Just sitting over here
you
serving.
have a chicken problem. Sorry, Craig. Go ahead. You went to PAX. It was very fun.
Yeah, we got to meet up with other nonprofits and other some game developers that might be able to pop on. So there'd be more stuff coming to the stream in the next couple weeks, which is fun.
Floor chicken. With like guests and some new partners sort of stuff and lots of fun. Stop cursing at us.
Oh, that is the most seamless trade I've ever seen us do in this game.
Oh, it looks like we have a question from YouTube. Asks, would AI ever have the ability to help nonverbal people speak or describe the things they can't? Absolutely. I think AI as a tool for assisting people to do things that they want to do is a great use of it. That is safer than a lot of the I'm sorry, I can't play and talk at the same time. A lot of the applications that people are talking about. So like you are giving a really good example where someone could have a voice if they wanted to, or they could another use, we were talking last week about how it could be used for like neurodivergence. Like one could maybe not understand the way that neurotypicals speak, but one could have AI essentially sort of translate it into something that would be more helpful for you to understand the context behind, or did they mean something else by this? Is there some like neurotypical context that I'm missing? So all of these are definitely possibilities with AI. Now, whether people want to pursue them or not is a better question. But in terms of like the utility of having those tools there, I think can both be a good force for good in the applications you're like talking about, but also, I mean, you can think of a dozen negative things that people would be able to do with that, like assuming other people's identities, like impersonating celebrities, all sorts of scams. So yeah, there's technology is neither good nor evil, but absolutely that it could be used for those types of applications. I think we probably have the ability to do that now. It's just whether they are openly, easily available to people. I forget. Do I cook these together? No, I have to cook them
No,
separately.
they're separate pans.
Okay.
I got it.
You got well.
Just stop touching it. I know it's beeping.
I'm trying to put it a place. You were standing in the place that I was trying to put it. Please do not fill counter space in this one. It's very limited.
I'm helping. Oh, this is where the dirty dishes go. Okay.
I'm lost on where we are.
Well,
There's a
we're
plate.
in a hot air balloon cooking food, Eric. What do you want?
Who am I? What year is it?
We need a scrimps. We do not have the scrimps.
I could do
Scrape it.
that.
That's the scrimps.
And then we have a beef. The next one is a beef. Ah, why do I have a shrimp in my hands? Ah! Get off of me! What? I can't put down the
It was
shrimps!
putting pasta in my hands. Oh
Why?
my god. Okay.
Oh, no.
I
Where's
put the thing in
there's
the
the fire
corner.
extinguisher?
Because it was taking up counter space.
Yeah.
Beefed. We need a fish one. Oh, can you? Why is
Just-
shrimp on floor?
Because I couldn't get it out of my hands. I don't know what happened.
Alright. Why is? I went to pick up the plate and I picked up a fish somehow.
There's a pasta. There's a pasta. Oh, we don't have no beef cooking. Oh.
Okay. This needs to
We
be
have plenty of
next.
pasta.
Pasta.
I needed an empty frying pan. There we go. Plate, could you get into my hands, please?
Here's the plate.
No.
How do I do the? What do I do with the stuff when it's out of the frying pan? Do I just pop it on a plate? Is that what it's supposed to
If
do?
it's
Oh,
sitting on the
pop it on a
counter
plate.
out of the frying pan, it's not cooked.
Got it.
If it's cooked, it can only be in a pan or on a plate. So if it's like that shrimp on the counter, that's just shrimp that's been chopped but not cooked yet.
Okay.
Well, did it?
Ooh.
We did a one.
We did
That's
it.
enough.
Is that good enough? What is our standard here? Have real good eye out. What's our standard of overcooked?
Any progress is good progress, maybe?
Yeah,
That sounds
we
like
unlocked the
that-
next level. Mandy? What? What?
Sorry. Apparently, I need a new setup for this microphone. It's not very stable.
Now it's like turned way down. I don't know if you bumped a knob or something.
Oh, did I? Is this better?
Yeah, that's
Way
good.
better,
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
Look, it's a rainbow.
Wow.
Okay, we can do this. Okay, so this one, there's a certain procedure we must follow.
Okay,
Or we
let's
fail.
talk about this before we jump into this and I ruin everything. What?
Okay, so they have to go the stuff. Do you see that bottom bit? You have
Yeah.
to put the stuff on the thing.
The finished
to go between
plates.
them.
The stuff is very specifically finished plates of food.
I mean,
Okay.
it depends
And
on
we
what
have to
side
do
we're on.
2 per cycle.
Okay.
Oh, but we're
Otherwise-
on different areas.
So
Okay.
I give you plates. Bob.
Yeet.
Actually, I needed the plates. I'm an idiot.
I
No,
sort of thought
we're
you
good,
were
we're good,
jumping
we're
the
good.
gun on that. It's fine.
Yeah, they'll come back. Oh
Huh?
yeah, and we leave the 2 plate. I remember. That's why I was doing
Yeah.
that. We leave the 2 plates on, and then we just pass it. And you can yeet us the ingredients.
Got it.
Oh, deflected.
And now you have to get them off, or we're in trouble. So.
And we have to do the dishes when there's dishes.
And the dishes are going to show up. We have to put them.
Back on the thing.
Yeah.
On the bottom, or just throw? Do we? No, we can't throw the dishes, so we have
You
to put them
cannot.
We
on
can't
the.
throw dishes, so it has to be here. This is why we have to be on it. Okay, which
We need
we're on.
more stuff.
You can also throw unchopped goodies our way because we have a chopper and are, I think, less stressed than you guys presently.
We need mushroom steak. Okay, we're good.
Get those and serve
Beef
those
first.
bad boys. Perfect.
Got it.
And
then we
then you
grab
have
the
a mushroom.
plantains.
Do you need this beef? I think so. You've got it. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh no, we did fine. Okay.
Aye. Sorry.
Bob.
Here, Greg, you put the plates down. I will serve.
Got it. I could do that.
Bob and I are not playing very nice over here.
It's fine.
Okay, we need 2 mushroom. Oh.
Call that a mistake.
Ba-dum-tsh.
'Cause I threw it. It's sad. Oh, I like that. I like the universe underneath it because like you can tell that the devs have a whole like
One of these
lore for the whole
mush-
thing.
Oh, they're both.
They might have just put the world map down there, it kind of looks like.
Well, even the cars that were driving
Like-
around like in the other thing were kind of funny.
Uh-huh. Well, there's levels where they hit you.
Uh-huh.
Good.
We need pastas.
There's levels where you can just full on die.
Oh, in my hands. I don't think it particularly matters.
Nope, we got it.
Nice. My strategy is to never look at the clock. If I look at the clock, then I get nervous. So I'm just like
I mean,
playing till the last second.
Panic.
it's kind of hard not to when it's going. Ba-ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
I have my volume almost completely turned down. I can hardly hear it. I'm only hearing the game. So fun. Does anyone have any other questions about science or stats? Or AI, I guess?
There's a robust discussion happening about the neurodivergent communication thing in chat right now.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Maddie's not interested.
I mean, I would love to contribute if I don't see the YouTube chat. Is there any summary you can give, Bob?
People are kind of just debating, like, how would you trust a model to accurately reflect another person's meaning anyway? That as a neurodivergent person, they have been in a position where a neurotypical has been like, yeah, don't worry, I'll explain the context to you, but then that is not as helpful as it may sound to other people or whatever. Kind of that direction. Like, it's hard to trust an AI to be properly trained to know what someone means anyway. But
I mean, hopefully, I haven't ever experienced nonverbal or really been close to someone who's gone nonverbal, so I don't know the exact context, but I would think that they would still be in a situation to be able to vet what the AI is saying about their situation or what they're meaning to communicate. So I would think that the AI would not be just generating whatever and there's no as to whether that's the truth or not. But I don't know wouldn't know what the actual implementation would look like. The thing that I was thinking about when hit with that scenario is the question of modality, right? That what the AI is expecting to get in is text. And even when you're training something like an image generator based off of text, the deal is that there still has to be some latent relationship between the thing you're training on and the modality of the model. So meaning that you can describe a picture using words, and so the model can learn that relationship. If someone's nonverbal, I would think that explicitly means that they're having a hard time connecting between language and the experiences that they're having, right? So that might be a challenge for the model, is to try and derive that relationship where it's already shaky.
In what context are we talking about? Sorry, I'm back. James was very sad because he hears us and doesn't see us, and he stopped by.
Oh.
We're talking about the nonverbal AI, because the thing I was talking about is the conflict of modality there, that it seems like it would be difficult to find a modality that the AI would understand. I saw someone in chat mention sign language as something that nonverbal people use to try and communicate, but that's
Sign
the thing that I'm
language
thinking.
You could do it with, right?
I think
Because
that comment was more offhand. I think that was like, or you could use it to translate, like ASL translation for non-ASL speakers. But
right.
Yeah.
But like, if you're in a nonverbal state where you're in sort of like meltdown or something like that, where you don't really have words to describe the feelings you're having, you just have neural state of bad, right? Like, how do you begin to use an AI for that? Because you have no ability to input what you're feeling into the model, right? That would have to be, it would have to be some other observable or something like that, or some way to communicate to the model so that it can then extrapolate what you're trying to say. I don't know.
Right. I mean, there would have to be some input, is what you're saying. Like, whether it be like I don't know, this is further down in the future, but like monitoring, like visually, right? It might be able to come to some cues from that or something as well. Not that we're doing that now, but
no.
And not that I'm advocating for that. Just an idea to throw
Yeah,
out.
they need rice on their side, Craig. You got the right idea there.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I think it's also worth noting that
Mandy.
all of the tools that are developed, even still, people with disabilities may not want to use them if it impedes their communication, or if it changes the flow of how they like to communicate. So there's a lot of different tools out there. I think the one thing I've seen somebody talk about was that they were going to lose their voice, so they used it to record they used AI to record their voice. Now, obviously a lot of people wouldn't want to do that, but this person did. I don't remember the exact story, but it was one of those things where...
Okay, we got way too much rice. We could stop with the rice.
I just kept throwing it, sorry. But yeah, it's something like that, I think. It all depends on the person too, and like what the tool is. But I saw people talking about things that help with like oops, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like Grammarly, for example, helps with people.
Do not take that off the thing.
It's a gun of fire.
Get a tube. What's the taco shell? And put it in that, and then put that on the counter.
We need mushrooms.
Because
please throw
everything
mushrooms.
Needs to be... Why are you so needy?
Because you have all the mushrooms. Thank you.
I'll just clean the dishes. Wait, where do you... Okay.
No, you're right, Craig. I think the ethics of consenting to these models is not something that has really been discussed in the field yet.
Not as much as it should be.
Oh yes, absolutely.
It might even just be a thing too that they're not even like maybe they're just not ready to be discussed. You know what I mean? Like it's not even there yet.
I fell down.
Well, I mean, it has been discussed.
Mushrooms need to stay over here, Craig.
Whoops! All right, I'm gonna bring that. Look at this.
Some
thank you.
Degree.
Oh, I fell off the cliff. There's
in terms
mushroom.
of the training data that is being used, right? Like people talking about their likeness or voice being used in training data, or their art or their music or something like that. That's something that they did not consent to, and yet is still occurring.
Right.
But the usage side of things, that's still not really being discussed hardly at all.
Why are you doing this to us?
We're still in the era of people still trying to get around even disclosing that they're using AI for things.
Right. Well, Eric, we can talk about that. There is a significant stigma, right? So there are different ways that you can use AI, right? There are reasonable ways where you can use it like, this is just ready to go.
Yeah, do it.
All right.
I don't know what we're doing anymore.
It's because we missed orders. We're out of order.
I know. It gets very confusing when we miss. Forget what you were just saying.
The era of disclosing. People are trying to avoid disclosing that they're using AI, and you're saying there are good ways to use
like,
it.
How do you cite that you used it for maybe brainstorming one small thing, or it checked your grammar, or whatever? Like if I'm writing a paper or something, what is the proper way to cite that? Because if I just cite AI, that could mean anything from I just told it to write this thing for me, or, you know, I used it for these small things. Do you have to, like, list out the specific things that you used it for? Like, that seems like an onerous task. Like, I'm just, this is a thing that I think about. Like, how do we properly cite that?
The straightforward way that I would think how it would be done is that there already exists in a lot of, at least in the biomedical field, a lot of sections with author contributions where you say exactly what author did to each paper, like
AI
what role
an author then that you're describing?
I'm not saying included as an author, but at least in that section say what AI was used for.
How specific does it need to be? Like, do I have to say it checked the wording in this paragraph, or can I say checked wording? And
I mean, it depends on how specific you want to be about it. Like, if you're worried about things getting rejected because you used AI or something like that, then maybe you want to be very specific in what you used it for and explain how it was a good usage of it, but if you think what you're using it for will fly under the radar, then you can probably just be more generic about it. It's kind of a matter of what you think the editor will want from you, right?
Well, but so here's the thing with papers, though, right? The more you tell them, the more they can pick it apart, right?
True.
Is there an issue with over disclosing then? Like, are people going to be afraid to properly disclose because of the stigma and fear that their like career will be in trouble because they're being honest about what they used it for, even though it's silly applications that in theory could be totally fine, right?
No.
I don't need this. Is there a trash can? Oh, it's up there. Whatever. Stay down here.
Can you throw the beef down here? Oh, and be careful because stuff can land on the
off the
like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not a back wall.
That exact
you
thing
cut
that you were
that,
talking
please?
about.
Thank you.
Oh. And when you put it down, can you put a flower in it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Aye.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm doing nothing. And you are all doing helpful things.
You can serve and do dirties, man.
Okay.
Lag, please. I got it. It's yeah, devil.
Serve and do dirties. This is the wrong thing to serve.
Ah.
Just toss that on, Bob. Oh gosh. This is
Alright.
not going ideal.
Why is there so
no.
much stuff on the elevator?
I thought it would be a good idea to put a bunch of stuff
I can't
on
get
there.
the shrimpo.
There you
Got
go.
it. I need a fish. Steamed fish.
We've got a million of them up there.
Steamy fishy, coming in hot. Been trying to get this stupid thing. There we go.
Ah, heck.
Yeah, serve the carrot.
Oh, somebody asked, do you think space travel will rely on AI in the future?
Oh, 100%. So I wonder if they're asking that because several members of the team published a paper together about star galaxy identification. Space
Oh, I'm sad, Bob.
Oh,
is a big area for
That was an oopsie.
understanding AI,
Sigh.
and space is hugely
Oh, what was in it? Was it
computational.
beef?
It was beef.
And if we can build models that help
There is a
us
beef up there if
understand
you
them,
can throw it.
Yeah.
that are more efficient using machine learning, I think that absolutely there's tons of
Oh,
opportunities.
sigh!
No! Can we just start this over? I feel like
yeah,
this
we
is
kinda-
like not good for us. We've not been doing good.
Got it.
Oh. Are we not starting over?
Uh-oh, I hear spicy.
yeah,
baby
physics.
downstairs.
I want to
Physics
be in
is an
charge
area
of
where we-
choppity.
Like to think we know what's
Okay.
going on, but then the model breaks down and we're like, I don't know how to solve that. So then that's where AI can help bridge the gap. Oh, flower.
Why? No, not me.
You're
Go
trying
away.
to dude perfect this? Like, why do we have so many flowers up there?
Andy,
They fell down.
get the steamed fish.
Could you calm down? It just finished, okay?
I'm just trying to get you to stop throwing flowers.
I've
All
got a
cooked.
carrot.
Cut it. We need a scrimps too.
You have those. Oh, for God's sakes.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Can you give me the... Yeah, there you
Got it.
go. Craig.
I'm getting dirty dishes.
I
can
don't
help.
want to tell you what I did with the carrot, but
Oh.
we need another carrot. Oh, no, we don't. We have one mixed there. It's fine. That was an extra carrot.
Okay.
It was for a long
the
time
mascot
in the
carrot.
future. This needs to get mixed, but I'm afraid of throwing it.
Just like throw it that way.
Yeah, throw it that way.
I need plates. Thank you. So this is not yet, but
This is, yeah, so this is basically how all the team meetings go internally.
it's team building right now. We're team building.
There's a carrot on the floor down there. Do we need that?
I don't know. Do we?
Isn't there
Yes.
one of those coming
Yeah,
up?
it's getting put in whether it likes it or not.
It needs to be in the long term. Heck.
Craig, that needs to go up.
Yeah, I don't know how to let go of it. So
Oh, you A it again.
it would not throw, but...
Can't throw. Have
No,
to
you don't
set.
throw. You A it.
Oh, got it.
I'm gonna make it. Made it. Okay. Shrimp. Carrots.
Scrimp.
Shrimp needs, yeah, down.
Oh, we have a carrot. Okay. Beef.
I got a fish.
Okay. Oh,
It's
hey.
okay,
Sorry.
James, baby. Oh, he's so sad. Poor sad man.
Come on, put it down.
Why is he so jazzed up?
I don't know.
Can you cook that beef, Mandy?
Um,
It's in the steamer on the that. Sitting
I
on the
see.
counter.
Oh,
It's not cooked.
I was like, I see no beef.
Oh, why am I doing that?
I'm just gonna try and get this one out, and then I think we're cooked.
Oh no, how did that happen? Huh?
What?
I dashed off the elevator, and apparently it got stuck.
We passed though.
All right, I say we move on from that one.
Campco asked, how do you feel about companies that use AI as a means to sell their product despite the AI attachment being useless? For example, the AI-powered stroller, which pushed the stroller for you as long as your baby wasn't inside. That sounds about right. I mean, that's just crap. That has almost nothing to... Well, it has something to do with AI, but it's not connected to, like, the actual development of useful AI. That's just marketing people.
I mean, this is
getting sucked
actually an
into a
interesting
trend.
point because, like, a lot of AI, the discourse on AI right now, it isn't like the discourse we're having right here, where we're physically talking about the models. We understand what AI is. We've worked with it before. So we have, like, all actual aspects. It's just the hype thing right now, right? So everyone uses it online as, like, the new self-help thing of, like, oh, get your life together with AI, or, like, there's so many scams about, like, here, it's a free educational thing on AI, just put your credit card number in and we'll charge you in 2 minutes. Your free trial is for 2 minutes. Anyway, my point being, like, AI is the selling point for, like, so many of these things. And so you as the consumer, both in, like, using AI, but also in AI products, need to understand the landscape of what is and is not a useful application of AI. I said this before, I'll say it again. AI is a tool. All things are not inherently evil. Science is not inherently evil. It's how you use it. And not saying that those things are necessarily evil. You just, as the consumer, need to be choosy and understand whether AI actually brings something to the party there, because everyone is just using it as a buzzword to get everything moved forward.
Well, and you're right. Your follow-up question, do you feel like these kinds of products might be detrimental to the future of AI? Yeah. But mainly, I think, because that sort of crap is what is steering how the general public sees AI, right? It's a problem that real good AI faces as an organization because AI is in the name. The first reaction when it, like Craig was saying, we were at PAX and we were talking to people just like networking. The first reaction that a lot of people have is like, oh, so like what, you're making like a chat GPT type thing, like a chat bot? And it's like, not at all. But all of this popular stuff is sort of setting the narrative of what is AI? What does AI look like? It for a lot of people, their only awareness of AI is like maybe their Windows computer has Copilot and they hate it, or they bought an AI robot vacuum and they don't even know why it says AI on it because it works exactly the same as every other Roomba has worked for the last 15 years.
It's also
Like,
that it's coupled with these big companies, right? So like we are talking about like the science, which is totally divorced from these tech companies, and it's the underlying science that could be used in like all sorts of applications, but people associate it directly with big business, which is negative for the research aspects of it. They assume they're doing it right, they're doing it ethically, they're doing it the best way, and none of that is necessarily true because they're just trying to make a profit. Oh, thank God. I was worried that was gonna fall through the hole there. How do I help?
Excuse me.
I saw my life.
I will just.
I also saw your life, and it was totally fine.
It's good life. I just saw it. That's not what I meant.
What is going on? That's got chicken and rice, so that's servable.
raw chicken. Yeah, there we go.
I got chicken cooking. Oh, now this thing comes out. Okay.
I need to cook some more rice. Thank you. Put some shells on, please. Thank you.
Ah!
Do dirties, I guess. Oh, sorry. That time I didn't see your life.
No one saw anything. Life over.
You're welcome. Okay, that burrito can be served.
I'm trying.
Oh no, it's taking my
Aw.
chicken. Okay, that's not actual
I
counter
fell.
space.
I'd go fall down.
Oh. Do we need like a...
Shells.
Yeah, we need someone on meats.
Yeah, I was, but then people started throwing all sorts of other meats around, so then I got sad and gave up.
If you throw meat over here, I will cook it. Or I'll throw it off the map. No, you can't in this one. Awesome.
Oh, you can.
Yes, you can in
Well,
the hole.
You can, but not right where I was literally throwing it off at that moment. It like bounced off. They're very nice to me that there's an invisible wall right in front of the cooking.
What kind of... my brain is
Here,
melting.
Bob, you
What do we need?
You be rice boy, I will be shells and plates.
All right, I am rice boy.
And
Hey.
Craig, you be meats. And Mandy, you be choppy.
Okay, that's kind of the opposite, but let's go with it.
I don't know, whatever you guys are doing down there, I'm not paying attention to everything.
Oh no, Craig.
It's been a long day here.
It happens. Happens to the best of us.
The plate. All right.
Oh, crap.
a taco.
Yikes.
Get that down!
Oh boy.
We were dead.
Yeah. Ooh,
I fell down.
Ooh, ew, ow, ooh.
Ooh, hee ha, ooh, hey ho.
How many
Oh,
seconds
wow,
we got
man.
left? Well, I'm serving a steak
X.
burrito.
How did that meat survive being on fire?
That was not the one. And it's uncooked, you mean?
Oh yeah, it was uncooked. It was on fire. You sprayed it with a hose, and you're like, good enough to eat.
Hey, the breads are not that picky.
Are we feeding
assume
breads
we're-
the entire time? Is that the
No.
implication?
No, it's just that one level, but
There's a question in the chat about have you spoken about how AI can be used in medical field? The example is an application or a medication application or blood testing or anything like that.
yeah, so there's a lot of talk about AI in healthcare. One of the main things that people are thinking about it for is a field called precision medicine, which instead of looking at like clinical trials about how people do on average, the goal is to understand how a specific person with a specific like set of history will respond to something. So given that you've already been on these medications and this one didn't work, what's a next best try to do, for example? Or that I'm already taking these medicines, what's a new one to add for this other problem that I'm having? So precision medicine is a big area of AI. Another area of AI that is really promising in my opinion in terms of the medical field is in terms of monitoring, right? So we actually have a really good idea of what to do when there's maybe not every problem, because like I had concussion problems and they had no idea what to do with my post concussive syndrome stuff. So they know very little about some things medically, but in terms of a lot of things, catching it early is the thing that is sort of the game, right? And
It's fine. As long as we have someone inside.
Yeah,
it's
I was saving the spacings. Catching it early. Craig, can you put buns on these burger plates?
Yeah, and so active monitoring of things to actively in such a way that like a human would never be able to continuously monitor. AI will be able to monitor health things in the future, ideally.
Well, and also
Now
there's a
there's
lot of effort in parsing of electronic medical records, of analyzing test results from image-based tests such as like MRIs and stuff like that, or like you were saying, the monitoring-based stuff that's kind of more time data,
Right.
like the level of something over time sort of thing.
What is happening?
But the lab that I'm in, someone has to be inside. There we go. Cool.
I seen it. Could someone get that, please? Thank you.
The lab that I'm in explicitly does precision medicine research. Like we have an entire grant dedicated to. Oh, is this supposed to be served? Put the cheese on it.
Where did that come from?
I got it.
We have an entire grant dedicated to
Why is there a
helping
sink?
doctors work with people who have very rare genetic variants that lead to diseases, and trying to explain the mechanism by which that that variant leads to that disease. Because we can actively see, based on the protein we're looking at, how would that cause the disease that this person has. And then also, based off of that change in the protein, how can we now develop a drug that targets that specific version of the protein? Why did the drug stop working? And how can we change the drug to accommodate that specific change in the protein? Because the change in DNA manifests itself by change in protein. DNA is just a template for protein, so when you change the DNA, you end up changing the protein. So, I am technically actively doing precision medicine research.
Sorry, Eric. I guess I should have let you talk first on that one.
No,
Plate,
it's I
plate,
think
plate,
another
plate,
part of
plate.
someone needs to be inside.
Wait.
Okay, the
Serve that.
part of this that I think is going to be interesting when it eventually comes around is the discussion of ethics surrounding this, because clearly, like, in developing a drug there's no problem, but in actually administering medicine, then things get a little bit iffy on the ethical front of who is held responsible for a diagnosis, and
Right.
how do you get people to trust a diagnosis that was done by AI?
Well, and it also comes to a level of fairness, right? So AI are as biased as the answers are that
Cheese.
there's a cheese over there already, but
Yeah, we have plenty of cheeses. It's just we have to put it on a burger.
Nope, leave that.
sorry. If they're training on biased data sets, so we're things between like men and women, right? So we see we pick different ranges, or we have different treatments between people. Just because those are the things that people have chosen in the past, the AI is training on that and will pick that again in the future. But the question is whether that's an ethical choice given that information, or whether that's a biased choice. So that is another ethical quagmire that people are dealing with, or going to be dealing with pretty soon, is the correction of bias in these types of models for medical treatment.
Mm-hmm. Or as we hear you with the application of AI to art, we don't like how it's going on.
We do not.
It
It's
shouldn't.
not fair the way that they've trained on people's art without them knowing, or trying to imitate and be crude versions of what people. It's not the same as like trying to help someone with a diagnosis, right? Where there wasn't the right tools. It's they tried to flex with their ability to do that, and so the science world thought of it as sort of a interesting problem, but the where it's gone into application with these companies is not right, given the black box models that we have, certainly, since no one can attribute credit. There are plenty of problems with this, and here at Real Good AI, we actually do not. We have a specific policy. We do not use AI art in any of our stuff. We work directly with real artists, and we think real art in humanity matters. Also, so.
And also, just AI art is generally bad. Like, if you have a discerning eye, you can, at this point in time, you can still tell when something is AI. It just looks so soulless and sterile, right? Like, so the thing that I have a bone to pick with is the idea of normalizing that as acceptable, because it just clearly doesn't look good, but yet companies are trying to say like, oh yeah, this is acceptable for our advertisement or our promotions or whatever. Like this,
Well,
this is how we'll
happen?
face to the public.
There's this is just a theory that I have. I have no reason to believe this, but right now AI art like that is free. Some company is gonna get the idea that they could get money from that, right? So like the market right now is flooded with this AI art, and people are using it because of access, right? And actually a lot of people, I feel like, who aren't related to the art community in any way, don't even understand that this is a negative issue. They think, oh, progress, sure, I'll just use this. This is free, right? But I think there's no way in the future that that just remains free. Right, there's gonna be watermarks that you're gonna have to get rid of from the AI, whatever. Right?
Well, so it hasn't been free in the past. Like, if I recall, DALL-E was paid for a time. right?
Was
that
it?
Yeah, it was.
at some point they had like a free model that was really bad, and then they had a paid model that, like, I believe Midjourney also wasn't free. I might be wrong about that. And of course, whatever Adobe tools there are, those are not technically free. They come as part
Don't
of the
serve yet.
subscription. Yeah.
What am I doing? Oh my god.
So it's kind of an arms race of how much they think they can charge and how good the free tools are. But yeah, it's just the fact that they feel like they can get away with it in that way when it's clearly still not up to snuff.
Right.
Is what bothers me.
Well,
And of course the capitalistic side of, like, every piece of art that's generated by an AI is a lost job of someone who could have been doing that as their position, either
Can you
entry
bake this,
level
Craig?
or whatever.
Goes in the
That's it.
oven.
Thank
Yeah, yeah.
we
Got
need
it.
tomatoes, loves.
Left side
Tomatoes.
pee-poos.
Yep.
Can you bake that?
That's a tomato.
Yeah, and so we're actually thinking about and brainstorming ideas here at Real Good AI about how we fight against this and get artists on our side, because I think that, like, AI in their tooling could help them with certain things. For example, like interpolating between things, so they don't have to animate as many motions, right? You could animate further away, so you don't have to have as many.
Like AI
Thanks.
tweening or something like that.
Exactly. So there are, and that's just one example. There's dozens of other examples where it could be used as like a tool just to make their lives a little bit easier. And I think that the way that AI has been introduced to them, and the main application that they're thinking of with these AI
Craig pulled the trigger.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no! Was I not supposed to?
It's okay. We
The
had
timer
plenty.
was not going yet. Yeah.
Here's some pizzas.
Nope. Okay.
Oh no! Okay, now I'm trapped in the corner. So
I
if
think
anyone
we
needs
can all
anything-
get along a little bit better, is my point, because it has been useful in certain applications, even
Yeah.
for artists, to make their lives easier. And I don't want people to feel so negatively about something that could be a tool for good to help them do things better. But I know that the current state and the current technology, there needs to be a lot of education on the part of artists going towards educating the general public about why these are so harmful for where we are right now. And so as an organization, we're thinking about and trying to figure out the right way to get the science and art communities on the same side, because I think if everybody understood everyone else, there would be no problems. But I think there's just a lot of misunderstanding in that translation. And so if you have any ideas about how to bring these communities
I was waiting
together,
for both of them.
we are actively thinking and searching about how to do this. So we'd love to talk to you and or
Okay, lag. I'm over here now, I guess.
hear any ideas you have.
I think one
No.
side of the discussion that I really haven't seen talked about yet, because I think people just generally don't want to approach it, is the idea that, like with all artistic mediums, aspects of it could become aestheticized and like part of the work, right? Like the specific nuances that are brought about by AI art could be incorporated
We
as
could
part
use
of a
some
larger
tomato-
piece.
Okay, never mind. Whoever's
I think
supposed
that
to be
would
on
be
the other
really
side,
cool to
slip
see.
back. Okay. How did?
But it seems to be that the reaction is so knee-jerk that nobody even wants to consider having that be as part of their work.
Right. I understand.
Like
and I can understand why it's very touchy because they're not being protected right now, and like that's a fair response. But
and because of the larger argument of this is the world we live in where artists got to make money, and if AI is taking that from them,
it was already hard enough before that. Let's be serious.
We need that plate over here, Craig.
Okay.
But the example I always bring up is the picture of secret horses that was generated by, I think, Cran AI. Is that what they called it back in the day? It was like the one that was like really uncanny and like made a hole out of people's faces and stuff like that. It was back in like, I think even pre-pandemic or something like that. I might be wrong about that, but it was that someone just put in the prompt secret horses and it had like a horse shape, but was like the AI had completely masked the shape of the horse. It's hard to explain because it's clearly AI generated, but I think that's a cool example of using the tool set to generate art that wouldn't be generated otherwise because you're aestheticizing the peculiarities of the medium itself. It's a cool idea.
You know
that is really artistic, and I like it.
A cool thing I saw on TikTok the other day, it's like the integration of science and art again, is they were taking like drawings and using the vectorized equations to make that drawing, doing it, and so it was like flashing through the equations as the lines were appearing. It was very cool.
Meaning that they were drawing lines.
They were making the equations first. They were typing in like whatever equation to get like parabolas and things of the correct shape, and then using segments of the segments of their equations, lines that they make to make a piece of art. It's kind of like hard to conceptualize until I saw it, because Mandy tried to explain it to me, and I was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" But like, they would put an equation, and it would pop up some big parabola or line or something, and then they would use a segment of that, and it was like, that's the line that is the chin of the person that they're drawing or something. It's like really crazy to watch.
That's not AI at all. So, but like,
no, that's just
it's
math.
Equations. Yeah, it's just math. But anyway.
Were they like parametric equations or just like?
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Do we want to do another level or wrap it up? People whose stream this kind of is.
Maybe we should wrap up so that Craig, you can do the whole rigmarole that you guys always do.
Sure.
So Craig, how did you like Overcooked though?
It was fun. I thought I'd get yelled at a lot more, but it felt like we're only on the third world, and eventually we would be there. But yeah, no, it was fun. I was anticipating it being a little bit more chaotic, but I have a feeling that every level ramps up, as this one looks like a dungeon with falling and stuff.
There are teleporters and cannons.
That's what those are. Those portal doors.
There's a lot more ridiculous stuff.
And there's like DLC stuff, which is some of the hard stuff. The Kevin levels and the DLCs
ones
are the hard
where the
ones.
ice breaks after you walk on it.
There's also ones you gotta like launch yourself in a cannon.
Yeah, those ones are honestly really funny, but you have to get like in the rhythm because it's
I think this was really fun because we could like play and talk still most of the time.
I couldn't.
Yeah. It was a bit difficult to play and talk. At least when it got harder.
Yeah, when it got harder.
levels were hard to
easier when it was
put it together.
Well, maybe when it's a hard level we have to pay attention, but I like this game, so
fun game. Okay, well, I am going to end my stuff and raid over to the Real Good AI stream. If you're on YouTube, watching twitch.tv/realgoodai. They are not streaming anywhere else. I can't raid you over there, but I would encourage you to go follow. If you're on my stream on Twitch, we're going to raid right now. So that's really easy. Go follow. I generally do stream along with Real Good crew, but like I'm not always going to be here. There are going to be events and interviews and discussions and stuff in the future where it's potentially just going to be on their channel. And so you should follow. You should also follow the socials. There's a TikTok, there's an Instagram, there's also a newsletter, all this sort of stuff. But just check it out. And I'll still be talking. I'm just going to end my stream and only be talking on the Real Good stream. So from my end, goodbye, unless you're on the cool stream, in which case, not goodbye, still here.